Hey guys, it's Carl Brown for GuitarLessons365.com. Today we're going to learn how to play Black Hole Sun by Soundgarden. First off, we're tuned down to drop D tuning, and in addition to that, the actual recording sounds about a quarter step sharp. So you might have to tune your entire guitar up, get it in drop D and then tune it slightly up every string if you really want to play along with the album perfectly. Alright, so I just want to let you know that because it might sound kind of strange otherwise. So let's start here with this intro. We're going to start with a bar across the 5th fret. You're going to pick basically across the 6th all the way to the 3rd string, then back down to the 6th string. When you get to that G string, you kind of pause it a little bit. Then 4, 5, 6. Now put your little finger at the 8th fret on the low E string and then pick across those same 4 strings. And just let it ring. Alright, now come down to the 3rd fret, do the bar again, but this time on the G string you're going to have the 5th fret down with your 3rd finger there. So pick all the way from the 6th to the 3rd string. Back down to the 4th and 5th, and here instead of going down to the 6th string, the 3rd fret, you just hit the open low E string, or in this case it's a D. Now I'll tell you the same chord, 1 fret lower, the 2nd fret, and play all the way to the G string and pause. Alright, now we're going to start with the low E string open. Now the bar across the 1st fret, just like the first time we played it, no 3rd finger there. All the way back down to the 6th string. And now we have a different chord form we're going to look at. Open E string, or D. Then the 3rd fret on the A string, open D string, and then the 2nd fret on the G. So that comes from. Alrighty, so all together. There's a little bit of a little bar there, action there while that chorus is standing. And then we have the verse, which is kind of these little high guitar triads. I'll play those for you real quick. Alright, so it does that a couple of times. So let's start here. You can just use your 3rd finger across the 12th fret on the top 3 strings. You're going to pick the G, B, and the high E string, then back down the B, then G, and the B string. Now just hold the little G minor triad here, where it's going to be 12th on the G, 11th on the B, 10th on the high E. Alright, now this next one you can just do a bar across the 13th fret with your 3rd finger there across the B and the high E string, and then the 10th fret on the G string. Now that's the same picking as that first triad we did, it's just different notes. Alright, and now we're going to slide into the 12th fret from we're holding the 10th. And then you're going to do a bar there and then pick the 12th fret on the B and the high E. So far we have. Alright, now we're going to bar at the 11th fret on the high E and the B string with the 12th fret on the G. The same picking pattern we did on the first chord in that last, that same picking pattern, but now it's with this chord. And then just move your first finger back to the 10th fret, do the same picking pattern again. So we have. And then this ending moves around a little bit quicker. You can just do it if you want, just with the bar here at the 12th fret again. Pick from the 3rd string to the B to the high E, and then back down to the G string. And then hold this chord shape, which is the 10th fret bar, with the 12th fret on the B. Same picking. And we're going to end it with 13 on the G, 13 on the B, and 11 on the high E. So that last little phrase. All together from the second half. And then you would just repeat that again. And then we get to the chorus section. So there's a little bit more distortion on the sound here when it gets to the distortion, but it's using a lot of the same chord forms here. Let me play through the chorus real quick. All right, so we're starting with that chord shape down here at the 1st fret, just a bar across those strings, picking from the 6th string all the way across to the G, back down to the 6th, and then that same chord form we did at the end of the intro. But this time we're picking all the way up to the G and then back down to the low E string. Now I'll slide from 3 to 5. On the low string, then the open D and the open G. Then pick that 5th fret again and slide down to the 3rd fret. And hit those same 2 open strings. And then hit that 3rd fret again. So we have. All right, now we're going to go to this. It's just a major chord here. We're at the 1st fret on the A string, 3rd fret across the B, G, and D strings. So you're holding those 4 strings down. You're just going to pick across them all the way to the 2nd string and back down to the 5th. Back to the same as the beginning. And then you're going to come up to this C major chord, but you're going to kind of make it a C sus4 chord. And he's doing these he's strumming the chord and then he's hammering on the 6th fret on the B string, then pulling back off. And then we're going to end it with a D major chord. All 6 strings now since we have the low D. All right, then it goes back through the verse again, the same verse part, back through the chorus. Now the second chorus is a little different. It's just kind of ordered differently, the same parts. So we do that little play, that chord, little pattern there, and then do the same thing down 2 frets. And then start the chorus back over, which is kind of extended. And then as we get here, this is when he starts kind of doing the whole black hole sun, like won't you come part. And that's just kind of taking those 2 chords, repeating. Then to the D. You're doing the same kind of thing there. You're holding a D and hammering on the 3rd fret. So So it keeps repeating that until we get to this next section. Alright, so that's just a hammer on 2 to 3 on the A string, then 2, then the open A. Then slide from 2 to 3, and then play 5, 4, 3 on the low E string, or the low D, whatever you want to call it. Now, as you're holding that note, bar the finger, and then hold your second finger at the 4th fret on the G string, and then after you've done that a few times, just kind of at the end of this is underneath the guitar solo, which is, you know, this kind of really crazy, erratic thing. And then we're just gonna kind of just from the power chord here, just with one finger to the 3rd fret across the low E, the low string, the 5th string and the 6th string. Pick it, and slide up to the 5th. All right, so that's pretty much all the rhythm guitar parts, at least. The solo is just kind of, one of those chaotic kind of things, kind of hard to tackle, so kind of avoiding that. But everything else is here, so hope you guys enjoyed it. I'll see you again soon for GuitarLessons365.com. Bye-bye.